enjoy our private courtyard outside. Give us a call and reserve your space. Bookings are going fast. The Channel One event venue located at 444 Meldrum Street, just off Jefferson in the shadow of downtown Detroit. Call 313-670-7646. By the way, it's also the perfect place for the concert after party. The Channel One event venue. You hear his voice. You hear influences straight out of Motown. You know that he's from the Motor City and he's ready for the world. This is Carl Reed back with his new hit single, In the Moment.
Living in the moment of love. In the moment. Ooh, right. In the moment of love, of love. With you,
And when it's time to wind it down, you can get it any way you want it.
any way you want it, you can get it from me. We can do it on the bedroom floor, on the wall against the door, in the shower or between the sheets. Any way you want it, you can get it from me.
Look for Carl Reed's music on Pandora, Spotify, and iHeartMusic. And while you're there, check out the new music from Carl Reed on Blue River Records. Live in the moment with Carl's photographs or artwork rolled up in the closet or under the bed. If you do, you need to get framed at Eric's I've Been Frame Shop. Eric's I've Been Frame Shop is the award-winning custom picture frame shop with over 25 years of experience and expertise, and the official sellers of WJZZ t-shirts and gear. Eric's also specializes in creative and unusual designs for your art or memorabilia. With over 2,000 frames and selections, we can properly handle your art. Our services include glass replacement, conservation framing, shadow box boxes, and photo restorations. Our store also offers posters, prints, original postcards, coffee table books, handmade note cards, black memorabilia, postcards, stone tile magnets, and coasters and puzzles. Eric's I've Been Framed is the exclusive store that sells the official throwback WJZZ 105.9 t-shirts and other JZZ gear. So stop by Eric's I've Been Framed, located at 16527 Livernois Avenue between Puritan and McNichols, right across the street from U of D Mercy. Call 313-861-9263 for your custom picture framing consultation appointment. Again, that's Eric's I've Been Framed at 313-861-9263.
You've heard, now listen. WJZD Radio, Detroit.com.
And yes, we are your new number one 24-hour streaming radio station. We play jazz and we play a whole lot more. We are WJZD Radio, Detroit.com. And yes, this is the Rise and Grind Morning. Good morning, my brother Joe. I see you with me this morning, and I appreciate that so very much. Oh, it's going to be cold. Winter is back. The first full day of fall was, I believe, yesterday or day before. It doesn't matter. It was cold. Colder than it has been. See, this is Michigan. One day it's 90. The very next day it dropped down to 55 like it saw a state trooper coming. It was crazy. But it is what it is. We're Michiganders. We're tough. We can take it. I'm not tripping on that. Let's see. Corey, Wasabi, what's going on, my brother? Yes, y'all. We've got so much we're going to talk about today that it is a freaking amazing. Do you hear me? We've got so much to talk about. It's going to be crazy. Let me turn this down. First of all, I want to let you know what we're going to be doing musically all day. I see I got a few people watching, but only 2 people talking. That's cool. So for the 2 people who are watching me, good morning to you. I see you. Oh, one of them just cut loose, so I think I know who that was. This hour we're going to hear from my man in the background is Dion Yates. I was actually at a party. I'll tell you more about it later. With Dion Yates and Lynn Roundtree on Saturday out in Sherwood. And it was such a nice event. I mean, they had food trucks and they had cocktails and everything was free. It was cool. I enjoyed that. So this hour we've got Dion Yates who's playing right now. The Gold Coast Horns featuring Yakeem Joyner, Jeff Ryan, and my man Lynn Roundtree. LaShawn Gary is on the way. Demetrius Neighbors is coming. I've got I've got two of them. Your memory pleasers. And we've got Gerard Gibb, Wilfred Ninja Frelix, Al Turner, and Brandon Williams to round out the hour. I told y'all it's going to be a knockdown, drag out, hell of an hour. And it's all Detroit jazz artists. Did you notice that? All of our artists this hour, with the exception of the memory pleaser, are Detroit jazz artists. Okay? We'll get more into our memory pleaser in just a little bit. First, we're going to say good morning to all of our first responders. Keep us safe, keep us healthy. We understand that you put so much on the line just to make that happen for us each and every day, and we thank you, and we pray for you as well. Speaking of prayers, I got to send out prayers to my man Derrick Henry down in Texas City. He lost his mom yesterday, so my thoughts and prayers go out to my brother. I'm trying to talk him into coming back to Detroit, because Derrick is a beast. He was a former police officer in Detroit, and he moved down there. Got to say good morning to some of our loyal listeners, like my man Joe Nixon, and I know Corey listens every day. Also, Joyce Pleasure, Susan Johnson, Nuaka Black, Carol Rogers III, Latrice Griffin, Maggie Laurie, Cassie Amos, Gail Wilkerson Jackson, Mello Uboptity Bop, Melody Harvey, and Linda Little, Lovey Love, Tina Gaines, Janice Jones, and of course, Karen Jasmine Ramos. And Gwendolyn Price Garland, good morning to you all. Welcome to the best part of your day. We call it the morning. This is the Rise and Grind morning. I'm excited because so much is going on. We are getting ready. We've already kicked it off. I'm sure you've heard it if you listen to our station. If you don't, you better start listening because you're about to miss out. I know for all of my Detroit Pistons fans, you have been dedicated, so we've got something special for you. Now, have you heard the commercial yet? I'm going to play it this hour. Listen to the very first commercial because, wait a minute, it's going to be off the charts. I see something I need to move. Here we go. Booyah. Okay. The very first commercial is about our big Detroit Pistons promotion we've got going on. It's going to help the community. It's for charity. So I know you guys are want to get involved in that. We are all about charity here at WJZD Radio. So we are partnering up with the Detroit Pistons, or they've invited us to partner up with them. And I am so pleased and honored to be a part of this, for our station to be a part of it. What happens is, say you want to go to see the Memphis Grizzlies play the Detroit Pistons down at Little Caesars Arena. But you're like, you don't want to pay that $160 ticket. So, hey, Andrew, what's going on? Welcome to the Rise and Grind. If you don't want to pay $160, $150, whatever it costs, we're going to get you lower bowl seating for $65 per ticket. Okay? For the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Detroit Pistons at Little Caesars Arena. I think it's December 4th. And we're going to do a few more games with them as well. So we want you, all of our basketball fans out there, go out. We go to my Facebook page, go to Corey's Facebook page. We're going to put it on the website. Our website is under construction right now, which might be kind of challenging. But if you go to pistons.com/WJZD, it will take you right to the spot where you need to purchase your tickets. Once again, that's pistons.com/WJZD. Okay? You see it right just above my big round head. There it is right there. See? Yes. How are you doing this morning, Andrew? Also, today's hot topic, we're going to talk about music. I'm going to try to talk about it today. I'm going to talk about it some more on Wednesday before I get out of here. I'm going to slip out of town for a few days, guys. It's my mom's 84th birthday, and I am so super excited for that. My brothers and I, we make a pact. I don't care where you are, but on our birthday, be standing in front of Mom. And that's what we do, okay? So I'll slip out of here on Thursday. I'll be back soon. I'm only going to be gone like 3-4 days, Until then, I think Corey's going to be manning the ship. Corey and Waldo are going to be running the show. So, not my show. I'm going to program the music. I may let them talk, but I'm running the music. They can't change nothing. Okay? But, yeah, the Detroit Pistons, boom. It's going to be off the charts. Now, the deadline is November 14th for you to get your tickets. Please go to pistons.com/WJZD. That's it. Don't add anything else. Pistons.com/WJZD. And pick up your discount price tickets. They are great seats. The only better seats are on the floor. And I just wasn't going to work it out so y'all could sit down there and mess with the players. I know some of y'all women out there will do that. You know, it's a woman basketball player thing. I don't know what it is about that. This is the Rise and Grind Morning. Do you have your coffee? Do you have your juice? You know, I happen to have a blueberry banana smoothie with granola, with honey, with protein, and a smidge of orange and peach or orange and pineapple juice. And it's got some protein in there too. And it's actually quite good. You know, and it keeps me from eating. Yeah, the guns are getting big. You see that? Look at that. I didn't make it to the gym today. I'm going to try to make it sometime this evening after I get out of work. Also, we are doing something with Channel 1 events. Guys, the holiday seasons are coming. And if you're looking for the perfect spot in Detroit, downtown, or right in the shadow of the Renaissance, it's a beautiful little event space. They have an outdoor area, but since it's getting cold, you're going to want to stay in, no problem. Because this place, when Marvin showed it to me, I was blown away. I was like, whoa, where'd this thing come from? I mean, you pull up on it, it's a blue building on Meldrum, and guy comes to the door. His name's Mr. Beasley. I'm not going to give you his first name. And I shake his hand, and we walk in, and I'm like, okay, impressive. And we bend a corner and go into the event space itself. Whoa! And it's the perfect spot to have like a birthday party, an anniversary party, just a Super Bowl game or a football game, you know. I mean, any celebration you want to do, I'd contact them. It's called the Channel 1 Events. And if you listen to the commercial, you'll get the phone number and all the rest of that good stuff. So definitely check them out. I mean, there's so much going on this holiday season, you know, so I want you guys to be advised of it. I told you I was going to keep you up on what's happening. But anyway, that's LaShawn Gary. It's called Line Brothers. You know, he a frat. You know, it's a frat thing. But good morning to everybody watching around the world. Got to say what's up to all of my people down in the ATL, probably stuck on I-75, because no matter when you go to Atlanta, unless it's early in the morning, you're going to get caught in traffic. Same thing in Houston, same thing in D.C., same thing in L.A. Michelle Smith, happy Monday to you as well, darling. How you doing? Today on the Hot Topic, we're going to be talking about music. What is the very first song that made you fall in love with jazz? It's a simple question, you know. And as we look at the question, I couldn't help but to, because Corey brought this up to me. What was the very first song that made you fall in love with jazz? And odds are, if you think that your very first jazz song that you fell in love with would in turn be your very first, your jazz, you know, favorite jazz artist, that is not necessarily so, because of the fact that my oldest brother Jerome turned me on to jazz. He didn't know it because I used to play his records when he was gone, and he didn't like me getting into stuff. But I was his kid brother, so I did it anyway. But I did. And he had Brass Construction, and he had Ahmad Jamal. And, I mean, he was just down, and I was wondering what he was vibing on, you know. And it wasn't the Jackson 5, so, you know, I had to listen to it. First, I didn't really care for it, but, you know, as I grew to listen to it, and my mom had a Cadillac. She had an Eldorado with that big 8-track player thing in there. And we all know, if you live in the neighborhood, the only 8-tracks that were available were the Isley Brothers, Al Green, Ahmad Jamal, and B.B. King. Now, she got the B.B. King. I don't know where the other ones came from. Maybe the Isley Brothers, too. She dug those. But I really fell in love with Ahmad Jamal, and it was just fabulous. So what was your favorite jazz song that you fell in love with that got you hooked on jazz. Now, a lot of us that transition from R&B over to jazz. Corey said Lee Morgan, the Sidewinder. Okay. Now I have to pull that one up. How come you didn't tell me about this earlier? I'd have actually added that to rotation. You know, we were talking last night the song that we play called Compared to What. That's also a classic. You know, but a lot of stuff we play is classic music. E-flat, back in the city again. Let's get back to the grind. I need to have a meeting with you, Mr. E-flat. We need to sit down and discuss some things. Good morning, Richard Clement Sr. That's right. Good morning to you as well. We are talking about what is the song that made you fall in love with jazz. I mean, mine had to be Ahmad Jamal. Okay? It had to be Ahmad Jamal. And I didn't even know the names of the songs, but I was just digging on the vibe. Yeah, I was into the Jackson 5 and the Silvers and all the rest of that, the Whispers and all the rest of that. But when it came time to listen to what I believed to be music that was put together by some serious experts, I just couldn't fathom anything else. So it became my relaxation thing because I worked at Chrysler. I grew to work at Chrysler. And on those days where you need to wind down or get your head clear, I always went to jazz. You always go to jazz, or, you know, certain people might go to classical music, you know, because it's relaxing. Mm-hmm. You're learning how to play an instrument, Mr. Clement. What instrument are you learning how to play? Please let us know. Yeah, but we'd like to know what is your favorite? Let's cut to the chase. What is your favorite jazz artist? You know, right now, oh my God, I mean, there are so many. I'd have to classify mine in terms of instrument. You know, oh, piano. Congratulations, Mr. Clement. Richard's getting ready to learn how to play the piano, and if you get good, forgive me for lack of a better way of saying it, if you get good at it, I will put you on stage. Mm-hmm. And it'll be my privilege and honor. But don't come up there playing chopsticks. Okay? Junior Walker. Okay? And see, that which leads me to something else. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Transition goes from gospel. John B., what's going on? We're talking about your favorite jazz artist. And what was that artist's name that made you fall in love with jazz? Yeah, getting good is the hard part. It goes gospel, then it goes jazz, gospel to jazz to rock to R&B to rock and roll. Is that how historically music went? I'm not certain. I know gospel was first because that's what, you know, the slaves sang when they were actually out in the cotton fields, blah, blah, blah. You know, forgive me for saying blah, blah, blah. Gospel, and it might be blues. So gospel, blues, R&B, and see, jazz came from a different area as well. It came from New Orleans. John B. says Kenny G and Chuck Mangione, who incidentally we will be playing next hour. I'm glad you pulled that up, John. Mm-hmm. But, also, since I got the guys in, John B. is with us and Richard Clement is with us. If you guys are Detroit Pistons fans, please, I urge you to go to Detroit. I think it's pistons.com/WJZD. Okay, Richard says the saxophone makes it happen. Yeah, nothing like some good saxophone. You know, the saxophone does make it happen. But with that being said, have you ever, you can't do it without the keys, baby. For me, it's always been the vibes, the xylophone, the Roy Ayers guys. Pat Metheny loves that Jay Firm. Jay Firm loves Pat Metheny. Morning, Janae. Oh, you down it? I saw you on Facebook. You and Mr. Mans on your way down to the Dominican. Mad shouts out to you. Bring some sunshine and some heat back with you, please. You know. Jay Firm says he was checking out Pat Metheny back in the day, and that's the artist for him. It's hard for me to say. I love so many different types of music, and when it comes to jazz, it depends on what type of mood I'm in. Jazz is a mood type of music. So if I want to calm down, I would go to Kenny G, Chuck Mangione. I wouldn't necessarily go to Pat Metheny, though, because Pat Metheny does his build-ups. Wayman Tisdale's another one. I used to hang with Wayman before he passed away. Also one of my favorite bassists. Also one of the best bassists, which is my favorite, is Mr. Ralph Armstrong. I had the pleasure of hanging out with them at the Detroit Jazz Festival. I'm going to tell you, if you haven't heard Ralph Armstrong, Ralph is a beast on that bass. And then he flicks a switch and makes it sound like it's a lead guitar. So, I mean, and Ralph was the one. It is too many. Jay, you're absolutely right. There are just too many artists to name. You start thinking violin, so you're not going to just say Jean-Luc Ponty. You got to go Noel Pointer and so forth. And what's the new guy that plays violin that's always selling out Shane Park? Damien Escobar. Then you've got, what's her name, the young lady that I just brought on at Deschazor, Leslie Deschazor. She is awesome on the violin. You look at flautists. What's her name? The other young lady that plays the flute from Detroit. And she's just awesome. And then when it comes to playing the keys, oh my God. Not only do we have LaShawn Gary, you've got Demetrius Neighbors, and I guess I got to say he's my all-time favorite because me and Gerard Gibbs have been knowing each other since we were in our 20s, hanging down at Floods. And he used to bring all this racks and racks of equipment, to get a specific sound. We'll be right back with more and your memory pleaser on WJZD Radio, Detroit. You're listening to the Rise and Grind Morning Show on WJZDRadioDetroit.com. Get your game face on. It's Detroit versus everybody. Be there when the Detroit Pistons take on the Memphis Grizzlies Sunday, December 4th at 6 p.m. Join WJZD Radio at Little Caesars Arena and witness greatness on the court with a special discount price of just $65. Get your tickets right now at pistons.com/WJZD. It's lower level seating, it's Pistons group giveaway items, and it's post-game free throws on the court. Plus, your donation will provide for a food drive to help families in the community. Deadline for the game tickets is Monday, November 14th. Get your tickets today. Go to pistons.com/WJZD. For questions to buy 10 or more tickets, contact Andy Myers at 313-771-7588 or Andy Myers at pistons.com. Get your game face on and join the Detroit Pistons and WJZD Radio. When you hear his voice, you hear influences straight out of Motown. You know that he's from the Motor City and he's ready for the world. This is Carl Reed back with his new hit single, In the Moment.
Living in the moment of love. In the moment. Ooh, right. In the moment of love, love. With you.
And when it's time to wind it down, you can get it any way you want it.
Any way you want it, you can get it from me. We can do it on the bedroom floor, on the wall against the door, in the shower or between the sheets. Any way you want it, you can get it from me.
Look for Carl Reed's music on Pandora, Spotify, and iHeartMusic. And while you're there, check out the new music from Carl Reed on Blue River Records. Live in the moment. The holiday season is just around the corner, and that means birthdays, anniversaries, company events, and so much more. Well, we found the perfect place for your next event, meeting, celebration, or whatever it is that you want to plan. And it's right in the shadow of downtown Detroit. Welcome to the Channel One event venue, the perfect place for that special event. It doesn't matter the season. You can enjoy our spacious mood-lit event space inside or enjoy our private courtyard outside. Give us a call and reserve your space. Bookings are going fast.
the Channel One event venue located at 444 Meldrum Street, just off Jefferson in the shadow of downtown Detroit. Call 313-670-7646. By the way, it's also the perfect place for the concert after party. The Channel One event venue. Do you have posters, prints, photographs, or artwork rolled up in the closet or under the bed? If you do, you need to get framed at Eric's Ivan Frame Shop. Eric's Ivan Frame Shop is the award-winning custom picture frame shop with over 25 years of experience and expertise, and the official sellers of WJZZ t-shirts and gear. Eric's also specializes in creative and unusual designs for your art or memorabilia. With over 2,000 frames and selections, we can properly handle your art. Our services include glass replacement, conservation framing, shadow box boxes, and photo restorations. Our store also offers posters, prints, original postcards, coffee table books, handmade note cards, black memorabilia, postcards, stone tile magnets, and coasters and puzzles. Eric's I've Been Framed is the exclusive store that sells the official throwback WJZZ 105.9 t-shirts and other JZZ gear. So stop by Eric's I've Been Framed, located at 16527 Livernois Avenue between Puritan and McNichols, right across the street from U of D Mercy. Call 313-861-9263 for your custom picture framing consultation appointment. Again, that's Eric's I've Been Framed at 313-861-9263. You're listening to WJZD Radio Detroit.com. Now, before we go into the memory pleaser, good morning, Carolyn Hill and Denise Brooks. Welcome to the Rise and Grind. Your man, Don Allen, is here. We've been talking about what is your favorite song that drew you to jazz, that made you fall in love with jazz. Carolyn said her early memories of jazz was with Jimmy Smith playing the organ. Whoa! And Jimmy Smith is the truth. Also, Richard Clemens said Ramsey Lewis, the late, great Ramsey Lewis, and that other guy that played the flute. Okay. Good morning, Denise Brooks. This is the Rise and Grind Morning Show. And for me, jazz began with a different genre. It started off with gospel, believe it or not, because my mom had us in church when I was a kid in the church. West Montgomery. Go, Denise. Had us in the church like 3-4 days a week. We made sure we was in the choir, the usher board, and all the rest of that. So it started with gospel, and then it rolled over into R&B. And as a preteen, I guess you'd call it 12, 13, 14, that's when I stumbled on the jazz thing. But there was an R&B song that I don't know where the overtones came from, guys, but it had sort of bridged me into jazz. Maybe it's because I heard this song, these two songs in particular, that the rhythms, and then actually the songs had meaning. So many songs that we listen to today do not have any meaning. You can't talk about love if you've never been in love. You can't talk about emotional distress if you've never been there, or you wouldn't understand it if you were there. So these are the songs that are your memory pleasers, and I know this first one is going to just make Janae just jump into the water because it's from my man. He is now a pastor, Mr. Al Green.
Love and happiness.
See, y'all don't know nothing about this.
Yeah.
Listen to the guitar.
Something that can make you do
It has
wrong,
gospel overtones,
make you do right.
and it has a slight jazz overtone to it as well. So this was a song that bridged me and made me fall in love with jazz. Go figure, it's an R&B song. But see, jazz is such a complex musical form. It involves improvisation. Just like love, you gotta improvise sometimes. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, cut it out, Corey. That ain't cool. All right.
Someone's on the phone.
See, this got a bluesy feel. It's got a jazzy feel to it. And you mix it all up in a bowl, and you get Al Green.
How she can make it right.
Gonna put your tea in a jelly jar. Behave yourself now. Come on.
Happiness
This
is
is how we wake up on a Monday morning on the Rise and Grind. We talking about some good music today.
There's nothing wrong
Nothing wrong.
being in love with someone. Yeah.
I'll give you $20 if you can hit that little scream that Al does.
Know that I happen.
Are you happy to just open your eyes this morning?
Oh,
And I know a lot of y'all say, well, Don, aren't we talking about jazz? Yeah, but this was the one that bridged me from R&B into jazz. You know, there's so many different elements to this song, more than just hearing Al sing. If you listen to it, you're hearing that organ back there, that Hammond back there, and he's going at it. Then you've got the guitar player. That's the blues right there. You mix it up. You got the gospel from the girls in the background, because that's a gospel groove they're doing. And somewhere, and if you listen closely, you hear a jazzy sort of vibe, old school jazz. You know what I'm saying? Similar to Straight Ahead. Walk away with victory. Now, the words to this song mean so much. You know, if you've never been in love, you don't know nothing about this record, so you can just forget it. So I'm talking to everybody 20-something and under, they ain't got a clue. Now, us 30 up, y'all know, y'all feeling me on this, and especially if you 40 and 50 up, you know exactly what Al talking about. Make you do right. See, love make you do wrong. Love make you lose your damn mind. I had somebody tell me that I had pissed them off so bad, they wanted to come smash the windows on my truck. And I'm so glad that she, you know, got herself, got her composure back. You hear the horns back there, Richard?
wait a minute.
See, they don't do that. They don't say, wait a minute, in the songs today.
Our love.
See, this music contains all elements. Now, the next one, you say 60 and up, didn't you, Richard? The next record I'm playing because I love it. Good morning, Mom. Love you, and I will see you very soon. Mwah.
Do right.
Love and make you stay out all night long. See, my mama turned me on to this one. Y'all, how many of y'all had the album from Al Green sitting in that white suit in that Morticia Adams chair, the wicker chair? Everything was white, and he was sitting there, yeah, all cool. And on the back of the album, he had a shirt on. They didn't even need muscles back then. I bet you Al don't do that no more.
Make you wanna dance.
Love and happiness.
Love and happiness.
Wow. Now, the next one from Al Green is also from Al Green, and I only played it because I like it.
Wait a minute.
Because the next song eases all pain if you're going through something.
Walking together.
Come on, sing with me now. I know Janae is out there in the Dominican singing this song. Now we gonna moan for love, okay? Being together. Think I wanna moan, say. Now look at this face. Moan for love, say.
Moan for love. Moan for love.
Oh, that's the classic. Now see, the intro of this next Al Green song, it speaks volumes. I guess we're transitioning from the jazz thing to songs that have meaning. Okay, no one made a song like Al Green that has meaning to it. It has soul. I mean, he touches you with his lyrics. So this is your second memory pleaser from Mr. Al Green on WJZD Radio. See, when Al spoke to you, he made you sit back, he made you think. You know, you had to get you some, yes, you had to get some tissue ready for this one. And Al make you understand. He breaks it down to you. This is a song that has meaning to you. Come on, here we go.
Don't look so sad. know it's over.
He make you feel good about leaving.
But life goes on.
I know y'all singing with this one too, right?
And this world
We're gonna get back to jazz in a minute
keeps on turning.
with one of my favorite keyboardists coming up next, Mr. Gerard Gibbs.
Let's just be glad we had this time.
Just glad that we had the time to spend together.
Together.
Life is not over. D Small, what's going on, baby?
There is no need.
We got to keep it going, D Small. See, Darnell Smalls understands what I'm talking about because he was there with me through all of these times. He was sitting right on the other side of the room. This is the Rise and Grind Morning. Your man, Don Allen, is here with you today.
Your head.
We're talking about jazz. We're talking about music. And we're talking about music that has a message to it.
Hold your wall.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is Al breaking up with this woman in this record? But this part of the record, he was like, well, let me touch it one more time before I go.
Hear the whisper of the raindrops roll softly against my window.
Just make believe today.
Make believe.
Just close your eyes and make believe, baby.
One more time.
Just one more time and I'm gonna leave, baby. I'll just grab my things and I'll be gone.
For the good time.
We don't have to be mean. We can be adult about this thing. It's gonna break my heart. It's gonna break your heart.
Good time.
But life goes on. See, these are records that had meaning to them. You know, when you felt something for somebody.
I'll get along. And I'm sure to find.
I concur, Mr. Clement. I just read your last statement.
Baby, please remember, I'll be here. I'm gonna stay right here. If you should ever find you need me, yeah. Don't say a word about tomorrow or forever and ever and ever and ever. There'll be time enough for severance when you leave me. For the good time.
I'm gonna tell you, if I ever hit that note, I would never speak with this baritone voice again.
For the good time.
Y'all might have to take me to the hospital if I try to hit that one. Sing with him.
On my pillow. Oh, this is one time.
One last time.
One time. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine.
They don't make songs like this anymore. And it's a shame.
Won't you hear that whisper? Hear that whisper? Oh, the raindrops, blowing softly, softly against my window.
Just pretend tonight.
All you gotta do is make
One more time.
love me. One more time.
Now here's the title of the record. Here we go. Tell them what it is, Al. Come on, sing to them.
For the good time.
One last time.
for the good times. And here's what you ought to do is lay your head on my pillow.
This is just what you need to get your Monday morning started. You know what I'm saying? Your memory plays it for your Monday morning on the Rise and Grind Morning Show. I know I caught y'all off guard with that one. I know I did. We started talking about jazz and what your favorite jazz song was that brought you into jazz, and the conversation somehow got into the music and the vocals, and we started talking blues and gospel. Well, this next artist, local Detroiter, one of my favorite keyboardists. Sorry to everybody else. I love you guys as well, but me and this guy have history. We go way back to Flood's Bar and Grill, and his dad was my computer science teacher when I was in college. This man, he lays it down. If you've never seen Gerard Gibbs play, you don't know the passion. You'll understand the passion of what I'm saying. This man puts his very soul into his craft, and it shows. This is Happy Because I'm Coming Home on WJZD Radio Detroit. Now, the gentleman you hear on the guitar, also from Detroit, Mr. Perry Hughes. And I believe Ralph, no, that's Carl Holmes on bass. Still to go, we got Wilfred Ninja Freelix, another local Detroiter. Al Turner, bass player. Brandon Williams is on the way. Yeah, we've got you covered on this cloudy and cold Monday morning. Better bundle up. Time to get the winter gear back out. They ain't playing out there. But this is Michigan. It might be 80 degrees next week. You never know. I hope you guys got your coffee. I hope you got your, tea or whatever it is you drink in the morning. I do my morning smoothie. I also have a cup of coffee in the next room. Stay with us. Coming up next hour, music from Brian Culberson, who was just in town. Gielli Minucci, Chris Standing. My man Marion Meadows coming up next hour. Mark Mix, Mary J. Blige. Nelson Rangel, Mesa, and a little-known violinist by the name of Lucine Phelan, all next hour. Don't forget to get your tickets for the Detroit Pistons versus the Memphis Grizzlies, where WJZD Radio will be joining up with the Detroit Pistons. It's for charity, guys. The proceeds will go to a family in need for the holiday season. Tickets are just $65. The tickets normally are like $140, $150. With us, you will get them for $65, okay? All you got to do is go pistons.com/WJZD. That's it. Pistons.com/WJZD. And that's the order form. You can get your tickets. Deadline is November 14th. Please, we urge you to come. We have a whole section of the lower bowl. And if you've got a WJZD Radio t-shirt, I urge you to wear it. They're going to put the banner, this one, right up on the Jumbotron. And I think it's going to be at halftime. They've got Pistons paraphernalia and giveaways they're going to do. They're going to invite you on the floor, and you can shoot some free throws. It's going to be a great time. That's going to be on December 4th. Deadline is November 14th. Go to pistons.com/WJZD. Okay. Also, we're doing something with the family of Bernie Mac. That's going to be at the Foundation Hotel. Thank you, Corey, for posting that up there. Everybody who's watching,
Go to where Corey just posted, pistons.com/WJZD. Getting back to what I was just saying, we'll also be doing something with the family of Bernie Mac. They are coming out with a book about Bernie Mac's life in his own words. And y'all know what Bernie Mac's favorite word was? Mother. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. You know, that was his favorite word. But he does say some really pungent and poignant things about his own life. You know, he casts no blame on anybody else for any setback that he ever received in his life. He blamed himself, and he just said, hey, I just got to get back up and work harder. And that's the problem. Hey, boo, who is that? It says Facebook user here. Grand risings to you as well. Facebook user, that's all it's telling me. Put your name in there. Somebody calling me boo, you better be careful, baby. Long as you ain't got a mustache. Hey, Joyce Pleasure. When can I get my ticket? What about parking? How much? I don't know about the parking, Joyce. But my buddy Corey, my colleague Corey, just put pistons.com/WJZD. That's Angie Ennis. And Angie invited me over to her house Saturday. Dion Yates and my man Lynn Roundtree were performing, and we had a grand time. I mean, Miss Patty was there. I saw so many old faces, and Angie got a nice crib too. You know, I mean, she fed us, gave us, you know, cocktails. It was a real nice night. It wasn't too cold. I actually overdressed. I had on a leather jacket and a hat, and I wanted to go put it in the truck, but I was unable to stay really late. But I had a ball. So thank you for inviting us, Angie. Looking forward to party number 2. I'm truly looking forward to that, you know, and had such a great time. Sorry I had to slip out early, but I had to come home and had some commercials I had to write. In fact, the Detroit Pistons spot that you just heard and we'll be hearing throughout the day, and the Channel 1 events spot. If you guys are looking for the perfect, cute, little cozy spot, holds about 100, 150 people, to give a party right in the shadow of downtown Detroit, maybe the after party for something happening at the Aretha, you know, look up Channel 1 events. These guys are off the charts, okay? Let's see now. Let's see, what else we got? And my man over at Eric's I've Been Framed. Naturally, if you want to get a WJZZ t-shirt, you got to go over there on Livernois across from U of D. Eric's I've Been Framed. He is the #1 spot for JZZ paraphernalia. I mean, he got coasters and refrigerator magnets. I don't know what the association was with jazz and refrigerator magnets, but Eric makes it work. Okay, guys. Listen, let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's 46 already? Wow. We're going to have to come back to this conversation. Let's just make it not about jazz. Let's make it about music in general. And let's talk about, Wednesday we're going to talk about music that has feeling. Bernie Mac is on October 13th. Minister Joyce Pleasure, okay. I look forward to seeing you at the game. And you too, Angie Ennis, Detroit Pistons at Little Caesars Arena on December 4th. They play against the Grizzlies. Go to pistons.com/WJZD and pick up your $65 tickets. They're only $65 each. Now, if you go through the regular way, it's going to cost you $140, $150, whatever it is. And we are lower bowl. The only better seats will be on the floor, and I'm not trying to hook that up for y'all, okay? That's $1,500 minimum, you know. So we got, you guys have been asking me, what are we going to be doing as an encore to this summer? Because we were all over the place this summer, and this is where we get started. We're going to have parties over at Channel 1 Events venue. We're going to be partying with the Detroit Pistons. We're going to be interviewing everybody who's anybody in Detroit. We're going to interview them over at the Foundation Hotel. As a matter of fact, Darnell Small, I want to interview you. You know, let's get all the party promoters together in one room and see what we get. I think that would be a great idea, you know. Especially with Darnell Smalls, because he's got his hand on the pulse of every freaking thing, you know. This is Wilfred Ninja Felix, cause I am funky. That's what he calls it this morning. Coming up next, my man Al Turner, the burner on the bass player. Yeah, doesn't that sound like a good idea, Angie? I mean, I can get the concert promoters, the party promoters, and all of them together in one room, as long as we can convince Darnell Smalls to keep it clean. Because Darnell get, like me, we start cussing and whatnot. Be like, this is... Yeah. No, Darnell, he's straight. I'm the one. Okay? So, hey, I'm looking forward to that. We'll make that happen over at the Foundation Hotel. But on October 13th, Bernie Mac, thank you, with Cassie Patrick. She's going to be doing the interviewing. I'll be there, and we're going to have a big life-size stand-up of Bernie Mac, and the banner is going to be there. We're going to be shooting video. We invite you to come by, wave at us, and that sort of thing, because the studio's right there on the sidewalk, right there. You can walk by and see what we're doing in there. And I won't tell you who said they were going to stop by. Yes, it does, Joyce. Music does bring healing to the soul and stimulate the mind. And if it's the right music, it's going to stimulate some other things. I'm sorry. And she's a pastor, too. I feel bad now. This is our Monday morning. What's good on a Monday morning? Your man Don Allen is here. I will be with you guys Wednesday, but I will not be here Friday. I'm thinking I may turn Corey and Waldo loose in the studio so they can do the rise and grind. If they do that, though, I'm going to do club living room, and things will never be the same. Yeah, so you might have a special guest announcer in here on Friday. Haven't decided on, I don't even know if Waldo's back from Miami yet, So if Waldo is back from Miami, he might be on the air here. Him and Corey. God, I don't know where's my brain at, Anyway, I want you guys to go out and make it a great day on purpose. Do it with authority, Be the reason somebody smiles today. That's why God put you here. That's why he opened your eyes. We are blessed to be a blessing. So serve somebody today instead of serving your doggone self. That's the truth. And that's from the heart. We got a long way to go before we achieve world peace. I know it may never happen in our lifetimes, but it's something worth working for. Okay? And that's real talk. So, today, focus on making somebody else smile. And I did it yesterday. And I caught myself when I did it. And it was a person who I didn't know. And I was like, you know what? I promised myself I was going to make somebody smile today. And you are that person. And she just fell out laughing. She was like, mission accomplished. You did a good job. I was like, thank you. Okay. But so I want you to enjoy that feeling, because it was a good feeling when I knew I actually genuinely made somebody else have a great day. I surely shall call you, Angie. Be the blessing I know that you are. Be the blessing I know you can be. Make it a great day on purpose and do it with authority. Okay? And remember to make each and every day count. We stream 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can go to the website and press play. You can go get our app. It's free. Download for iPhone, download for Android. Just type in WJZD and it'll come up for you. I've been doing it a lot lately. WJZD Radio. Click it, get it, it's free. And a lot of people have been telling me that after 30 minutes or so, it'll cut off. Just cut the damn thing back on. The reason why that's happening is because our website is under construction. So it's a momentary interruption, but after the website's complete, that will stop. Okay? Anyway. Oh, yeah, what's my shirt say? I'm a good troublemaker. That's right, baby. For some. I'm a real troublemaker for others. Mm-hmm. But shout outs to the Equitable who don't return phone calls. Yeah, I said it. Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, for real talk, I got to get out of here. Make it a great day on purpose. I love you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Spread the word. There's a jazz station broadcasting, streaming around the world, out of Detroit, We've got Kyle Lamont. We've got Steve Tucker. We've got Waldo. We've got Mellow Mike. We've got Van Ness. We've got J Square. We've got Gene Edwards. We've got O'Neal Stevens. And on weekends, we've got Booty and Billy T. That's right, though. All of them are right here under one roof. And you see that right there? Mm-hmm. We are WJZD Radio Detroit.com. Now, when I cut the camera off, music's going to stop. It doesn't have to. Get the download, all right? Coming up next, my man Brandon Williams. Also at 12 noon, Steve Tucker is in the mix. WJZD Radio Detroit. I'm out. Thanks for watching.